You may be saying, well, that's all well and good, but there's a lot of reasons why God shouldn't use me. I'm telling you, I have this all the time. Dyslexic, ADD. I don't know how God could ever use an unmechanical, disorganized, loses his keys, has key finders all over the house kind of guy as Matt Tullos. But to tell you the truth, there are many reasons why God shouldn't use you. But don't worry, we're in good company. Moses stuttered, David's armor didn't fit, John Mark was ejected by Paul, Timothy had ulcers, Hosea's wife was a prostitute, Amos' only training was in the school of fig tree pruning, Jacob was a liar, David had an affair, Solomon was too rich, Jesus was too poor, Abraham was too old, David was too young, Peter was afraid of death, and Lazarus, well, he was dead. Naomi was a widow, Paul was a murderer, so was Moses, Jonah ran from God, Gideon and Thomas both doubted, Jeremiah was depressed and suicidal, Elijah was burned out, John the Baptist was a loudmouth, Martha was a worrywart, Mary was lazy, Samson had long hair, Noah got drunk once. Did I mention that Peter had a short fuse? Well, so did Paul and Moses. Well, lots of folks did. But God doesn't require a job interview. He doesn't hire or fire like most bosses because he's more our daddy than our boss. He doesn't count financial gain. He doesn't count financial loss. He's not prejudiced or partial, not judging or grudging, not sassy or brassy, not deaf to our cry, not blind to our need. As much as we try in our own strengths, God's gifts are free. And you could do wonderful things for wonderful people and still in your own strength and history not be wonderful. And Satan says, you're not worthy. And Jesus says, so what? Sit down. I am. Satan looks back and he sees all of our mistakes. God looks back and what does he see? He sees the cross. He doesn't even calculate what you did in 2008. Thank you, Jesus. But if Clearview Baptist and if you are magically in love with him, if you hunger for him more than you hunger for your next breath, he's going to use you despite who you are, where you've been, or what you've done. As we enter into this missions November, my prayer for Clearview Baptist Church and my prayer for Matt Tullos is that we're going to step out of our own limitations into the limitless nature of who God is, and then he's going to make mincemeat of our limitations. And we all have issues. We all have things that are big. And I think about that worm, and I think about this huge plant, enough to cover a fat prophet like Jonah, and this itty-bitty worm, huge gourd tree plant. And I don't know what gourd tree plants are in your life. I'm telling you, I got plenty of them. I've got issues, and I am a struggler. And I just put that out front. I struggle. That's basically what the name Israel basically means, struggle. The people of God, strugglers. And I don't know what you're struggling with, whether it's a prodigal, and I've got one of those in my family, or whether it's a financial crisis that you're going through, and it is just eating you alive, whether it's a sickness, some sort of illness that has brought itself into your life or your spouse's life, or whether it's depression, and I've walked that road too, whether you've been through a divorce or one of these things, they come into our lives. We don't want them. We do not want these things. You're having relationship difficulty, and it just seems so huge. Huge gourd tree plant, itty bitty worm. I want to tell you, once you get on mission with God, once you begin to take the steps that he called you to do, once you jump out of the boat and enter into that prophet mobile, pretty soon, a year, a day, 2 years, you're going to look at that issue, that problem, that prodigal, that divorce, that thing that has weighed you down, that mission God has given you. And like that worm, you're going to look at it and you're going to say, I can't believe I ate the whole thing, because God is just that good.